Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here and sticking around. I'd like to introduce Dr. Sajid Burud on Longevity Without Borders. Founder of Transcend Healthcare, Dr. Sajid blends internal medicine with functional, nutritional, and regenerative strategies to deliver personalized longevity solutions across the UAE. Enjoy.
Hello. Yeah, great. Hi. Good afternoon. Yep. So that's Transcend, that's me. And what I can start with is saying is that we're living in a world where we have a lot of health information. I mean, it's the best time in the human world, that amount of information we have. But we're still confused on what we have and how healthier do we get. So that's all about what we're going to have a discussion today about. And let me start by introducing myself. I'm Dr. Sajid Burud. I have been an internal medicine and a critical care specialist. That's, I can say, it's my previous life because it's changed. There was a time when I used to transport critical care patients out of the country, bring them back and do it, and that has completely changed over 360 degrees. Now we look more into longevity and how it's done, and the last 10 to 12 years been practicing that here in the UAE. Now we're going to take, most of you, the crowd over here is well aware of what wellness is and what we are. Most of us are wellness membership seekers. We look into supplements, we look at travel, we look at spas, we look at beauty, aesthetics, and then a lot of us look at the trends, what's happening, and then we tend to follow the trends. When I talk about travels, we see that every region has got its own speciality. And when we have, I'll go this side, and longevity or whatever, improving your health span has been happening over decades. Like we say, North America is advanced in more of data platforms, digital health platforms. You have Asia over there. You have Mexico, Spain's more into hormones, pellets, things like that. We have Germany with more an integrated method of detoxing and all. Then we have China, which is upcoming with their innovations and biotech deliveries. Thailand for their wellness and cultural dimensions. India, long known for their holistic or Ayurvedic care and complete healing in terms of longevity. And then we have upcoming the MENA region, which drives more regenerative innovations and investments being made over here. And you can see it now. An example is this fest, which you can see a growing trend happening right now. But at the end, what I can say is that people don't lack access today. They don't have access for knowledge, they don't have access to get their services done, but what they do lack is a proper direction of way to go to it, okay? Most longevity travels, or if you want to go for traveling, we all love traveling, it happens in bits and pieces. You look at a trend, you try to find out that there's something good over here happening, and you'll end up over there. But is that real longevity, or is that improving your health span? So what we try to saying is that without a system guiding the timing and decisions, it really feels random. I will try to say is that over time and trying to do this longevity travels, we say that certain areas are good for a certain region. For example, a center in North America or I would say in Germany would be good for your detox or a gut therapy, but is that good for another therapy? Or is just, you want to go there? For example, I had a patient, I will tell you, that was trying to treat her for her gut health. I mean, we did a gut microbiome, we saw a lot of dysbiosis over there, we improved it, as most of you may be practicing gut replacements or gut, hello, can you hear me? Yeah. It took a long time to replacing her gut microbiome. I mean, it took us around 3 to 4 months to help her out, get back to her, saying her intolerances improved, everything improved. And then suddenly one fine day she was at probably a get-together and somebody told her about our detox program in one of the retreats happening around the world. Next flight she was there. Good, I don't say it's good, it's a good program. But what's happened? The retreat program put her on 3 days of colon therapy, colon cleaning. All the hard work of 3 months has just gone to waste because she's just washing out her colon. As you know, we need to live with those bacteria, good or bad. We have to have a balance. everything disappeared. And then again, she comes back from the retreat, again the same problem, we had to redo our things over there. So that's something we try to tend to tell people that, yes, they are trends, but you need to understand your body. I mean, in healthcare, there's no doubt that you need an effort, but more than effort, you need a structured plan to have that health span. So what we tend to do in Transcend, or what we're trying to tell you, is that you got to discover whether we have, I mean, you can go downstairs and see there are a lot of different ways you can do your biomarkers, there are a lot of clinic offerings, there are a lot of things. All are good in their own way. None of them are wrong, you know. They are all trying, there is a way, everything gives you a message. Whatever biomarkers you do, whatever metabolic profile, lifestyle patterns you have, as you know, yes, I think most of the people over here are conscious about doing it, but there's a group of people who don't want to change their lifestyle, but they still want to maintain and be healthy. That's another group which we see as doctors practicing and seeing things. Environmental impact. Dubai being a beautiful place, but yes, it is stressful. It has a lot of stress impact on you. So that you cannot change it, even if you want to. So what you tend to still discover what is your pattern, what exactly you are. You might go to a longevity retreat, but you're going to come back over here to the same environment where you are. We try to reset it, you know. We try to send you that where you have to go, how can you align with it, timings, things like that. And then once you're back from there, that's what I'm going to discuss is the continuity, what you're going to face after that. How are you going to maintain that balance? How are you going to change it? And once you start doing that, that's going to be complete tracking of your biological adjustment based on the real data when you have been there, when you come back, how do you monitor that? So no guessing and no restarting again your therapy. Once you have that, once you understand your body structure, once you understand your biology, that's when you're going to go and then elevate yourself, whether it could be in the same region or a different region, but the protocol remains the same. You know what your body understands, you know what it is, and that's what you'll do. All right, now, why am I talking about travel and longevity with travel? We all love to travel, and in my practice and working with retreats, I've seen that once you're out of your stressful environment, and that's the best time you can assess yourself, you know. Once you're within your stressful time, even if you take 2 days off, 3 days off, you're still stressed. You still don't have a school patch, and you're worried about a lot of things when you're in the country. We always try to travel. We take a break. We say 2 days, 3 days, and then once you're back, you're completely rejuvenated. You feel much happier, you're much better. Probably it's a reset mode. You start performing better, and that's what we're trying to say, that once you're in an environment which is more calm, relaxed, then you do your blood test, then you do your hormones, or then you start your longevity journey, it's much better. You see better results, you see better feedback. Going to go back to it. What happens when you do it? Your body is in a more survival mode. Sleep patterns remain active. Progress happens slowly, then plateaus. But when you travel, your nervous system exits that survival mode. It's more relaxed. Hormonal rhythms recapitulate faster. Sleep and metabolism stabilizes better. Now, this is a typical thing once some people who travel or travel for longevity, that's what you tend to see. Initially, you see that it's improvement, a high environment dependent, people change their food, their sleep, their stress surroundings, everything. They go into a retreat, they see a lot of recovery, but once they are back, what happens? You're back into the same environment, back into the same stressful things. How do we change that, you know? And what we have seen is that been doing this for some time, is that in 2 to 3 months, you're back to your old habits, you're back to your own problems. I was just with somebody downstairs who told me that they went to a retreat and then they gained weight and they came back because that retreat had a different food pattern. Probably it was not fit for their biological state or functioning. So that's what you see the collapse. In 3 months' time, again, you're back to the same story, same stressful thing, hormonal balance, and then if you tend to do those biomarkers again, and you're going to say, oh, it didn't help me. But what we tend to do over here is that, yes, you go to a retreat, you come back, And then we're going to help you monitor it. It could be within your clinic or where your doctor who's doing it. You could do that way, or you could come back to us and tell us, this is what we want to do. We want to track this biomarker from this retreat. This is what it was given to us. They told us to follow it. We'll help you to do that. And then there's another thing. We love to travel to different places. Now, if I tell you to go to a particular retreat in a particular place 4 times in a year, 3 times, you're going to say, no, I don't want to. I want to travel to a new place. What's going to happen? So what we say is that we maintain the protocol, translation. You go to a particular retreat, you follow a protocol, you're happy with it, your body knows it, you know it, you see the response in 3 months. Now you want to go back, but probably you've been to a place in Europe, a retreat in Europe, and you want to go to Asia. We are trying to communicate with that retreat and trying to maintain that protocol which works with your body, unless they have something different or you want to improve or you want to try, and we try to maintain the same protocols over there. So we try to link you up with the right retreats which is required for you, the right protocol which your body understands best. It could be given to us from your doctor, or we can curate one for you. If you have a doctor who says that this is how it's going to be, this is the kind of whatever peptide protocol he's taking, exosomes, stem cells, colon washes, whatever is being maintained, we try to maintain that. We speak to the retreat, this is going on, this is well for this client, his body is responding well, biomarkers have come down, inflammation has reduced. They tend to maintain the same protocol in that retreat too. Can it be done or not? We speak to the doctors, we maintain it, whether they have it or no, and that's where we do it for you. So, as you know, longevity methods vary from country to country, and that's what we need to understand, protocols. We have our own regulations in the UAE. We can't do anything what has been done in Germany or what's been done in Asia. So we tend to understand that. We try to tell you all that that is there, what is legally allowed in that country, so tomorrow you don't land up any problems doing those procedures. Because as you know, you must have gone down and you must have seen trends. There's a lot happening in longevity, and over the last 3 to 4 years, a lot of things. And it's good for us, but to know what is right is important, and how your body is going to respond to it. There are some, we have people saying that yes, hyperbaric is good for you, or red light is good for you. These are wellness, and when I try to differentiate wellness from longevity, with respect to both of them, wellness is something which you can go, try, do. If you do it, results are good, fine, you fail otherwise. But when it comes to longevity medicine, it is science-based, whatever. It's your biomarkers which we're going to check, we're going to monitor, and we're going to see the response to it, and that's what actually longevity medicine will do to you. So, what we say is to try to understand, we try to stabilize your body, and then we're going to guide you to the right places so that your body adapts to the right protocols and the right methods of doing it. Now, for example, these are some of the partners we have over the last 6 to 8 months, we can say. We have tried to partner with them. We have somebody in the UAE, somebody in India, we have in Thailand, Philippines, China, Euphoria. Now I'll tell you something about China also. Superior Med, they're also going to give one of the raffle draws over here. I didn't know about it, okay, healthcare, and I think none of us know we know how innovative they are and how they are. But in Tigimo Healthcare Center, when I did go and visit the Superior Med Hospital, it's the largest longevity hospital in China. They have everything done under one roof, so you don't have to go for a year. In terms of my diagnostics, complete my blueprint on from my DNA things, my gut microbiomes, my metabolics, everything was done for me. Hormonal balance, inflammatory markers, you name it, CD4 counts, IL4, or all those levels, interleukin levels, everything was done. And then a treatment plan they also offer you. There are a lot of treatment plans, optional, whether you take it or you don't take it. They have from fecal microbiome transplant to 3D encapsulated gut microbiome, ablation therapies, everything under one roof, and it was great. And I think the world should know about it, what is available there, what can it be done, because it's not about knowing or having innovation, it's also about understanding the cost factor around it. So there's a lot of it. Then we have Euphoria in Greece. Now most of them are clinical medical wellnesses, and they are agreed, and they have agreed on us to have our protocols, follow their protocols, and that's how we can do it. Some of them are good at gut detoxing, some of them are good at rehabilitation. You want to go by post-surgery, what is right for you, what kind of doctors are available over there. Some of them have their in-house doctors, some of them use visiting doctors in their retreats. So this is understanding what longevity travel is. It's not just tourism, it's medical. So what I say is that it's not as simple as just taking a bag and going there. It's your life, it's your health. You need to do it right, and you need to understand what you're going to get out of it when you travel. So that's it, that's a short one. And like I said, we are trying to do something out over here, and we're trying to make an ecosystem on Transcend. We're trying to connect the dots. We're trying to meet both providers and consumers, trying to understand them. So if you're a provider or you're a consumer, please connect to us, We will see how to link this up and make it into a better ecosystem where we maintain, we understand the patient's biology, we understand how he's responding to this kind of a longevity treatment, and then continue that instead of just changing it and every time resetting your body. It doesn't work that way. That's it. Thank you for being here. I just wanted to make it quick. We have a booth over there, Transcend downstairs. We also have a South Korean machine called Kana, which does it. So please do welcome, connect over there, and let's see how to connect and do things like that. All right, I'm quick. So any questions? Yeah, sure. Superior Med. Superior Med. Superior Med. It's in Chengdu. It's a city of panda bear, if you know. That's the only place where panda bears are born, breeded, and then rented out to the rest of the world. So it's a lovely city, 6.5 hours flight from here. Yes, please.
So I've been to the farm in the Philippines. I'm
Yes.
just wondering, now if I go to another one of the locations, what's the platform or what's happening in the background where they can connect everything?
So you got to connect with us.
Yeah.
You tell us that, yes, this is what I'm looking for. First, we need to understand what is your requirement. Why do you want to go to the farm? Okay, because the farm is changing. If you've been there before, they're going more into medical right now. They have taken over by, I think, Marriott right now, and they're going to get medical. It's a lovely place, lovely thing. They're good with food, but now they're changing things. So definitely, we'll try to understand your requirement. We'll talk to them if that is available over here. Like for example, I don't know, what do you expect from a longevity? See, over here, what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm not looking at just a wellness retreat where you go for a spa and a relaxation and you do that. I'm talking about medical wellness retreats where you go, you do some therapies and you come back. You do some biomarkers. So if you're looking at that we try to understand that and then we try to fit in over there. So they're open to discussion with us. They put us with their doctors. If you've gone to the farm, a few kilometers away is House of Gaia. Okay, it's a new one started by a Philippine, he's a bodybuilder, he's made this boutique retreat and he's a lot more into fitness and more into exosomes, stem cells, anything like that. So if somebody is looking for that and his body is responding well over there, yes, I would send them there. Yes, you directed us. You want us to help you with your biomarkers, you want us to help you with any kind, we help you with that. Or if you have it from your clinic, most welcome, we are ready to look at it, we do it. I practice longevity itself, so I can also read it, or we have our consultant teams who help you to curate a plan for you. And we are growing our network. We do have clinics also into our network, but I have not put it up since I'm going to talking about just retreats today. And that's how we work. Any more questions? Or okay. All right, yeah.
Can you tell us just a little bit about the retreats because we missed it?
Sorry?
You mentioned something about retreats.
Yes.
Can you mention when your next one is and how? We
Okay.
missed it.
We are not planning retreat programs right now. We did do in UAE. That's something what we are looking at, but what I'm trying to explain over here is that we work with the retreats. I think you got in late or?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we try to keep your body's protocol, how your body is responding, and then accordingly we send you to the right retreats. And then it's continuity of care. That's what we do. In UAE, if I look at a full integrated retreat, there's only one, which is in Ajman, which is called Zoya. Okay, it's good for detox cleaning, and it has a very lovely physiotherapy unit downstairs, you know, if you've been. I mean, I practice myself. Yeah, I practice myself. I've been doing longevity medicine for the last 10 years. So we do different therapies, you know, wherever it comes from checking your diagnostic markers to giving you treatments, whether it is simple IV nutritions to peptides, exosomes, stem cells, you know. We are going to start off with our toxophoresis things, which we tried last week. There's a license, so we're going to be implementing that very soon too. So that's there, yeah. But travel is exciting. Longevity travel is exciting. It's been exciting for me. And the last year to see a lot of retreats coming up around the world, especially with medical wellness integrated in them. Even big 5-star hotels are starting to do this. You know, we've seen a lot of response from Abu Dhabi coming up also to start these kind of medical wellness retreats into it. Yep. All right. I think I'm done. Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys.